On the misty edge of a forest in Western Europe lived a little girl named Lilia. Since childhood, she carried deep scars, trauma from being locked away and abandoned in a dark room for days during the war that struck her village. Fear of darkness, loud noises, and strangers haunted her every day. She grew into a quiet child, preferring solitude, often sitting silently by a small lake, far from the bustle of the village. One day, a stranger came to their village. His name was Aaron, handsome, tall, and with a warm, calming smile. But one thing made him different. Aaron was deaf. He couldn't hear a single sound in this world. Many villagers felt awkward trying to communicate with him. But Aaron never seemed bothered. He always responded with a smile and tried to bridge the gap through writing and simple hand gestures. Lilia watched him quietly from afar. How could someone who couldn't hear seem so calm and happy? Wasn't silence supposed to be frightening? That question echoed in her heart, a heart long terrified of silence. But the way Aaron faced the world made Lilia curious, and though she didn't yet realize it, a little more at peace. One afternoon, Lilia saw Aaron helping some children plant flowers behind the village church. The children looked confused, unable to speak to him. But Aaron patiently drew flower shapes in the dirt with a stick and demonstrated how to plant them using gestures and facial expressions. Slowly, the children began to laugh and follow along. Lilia smiled for the first time in a very long while. Days passed. Aaron began to approach Lilia in his own way. He didn't speak, of course he couldn't, but he listened with his eyes and heart. When Lilia sat alone beneath a tree, Aaron would sit beside her, drawing in the dirt, writing simple poems, or just offering a warm smile. Without realizing it, Lilia began to feel safe. Aaron never pushed, only stayed, and that was enough to begin breaking down the wall of fear in Lilia's heart. One day, with trembling hands, Lilia dared to write one sentence in Aaron's notebook: "I'm afraid of being alone." Not long after, Aaron wrote a reply: "Me too." But sometimes, silence helps us understand each other's hearts better. Tears rolled down Lilia's cheeks, but this time, not from fear. This time it was because she felt understood. From that day forward, Lilia slowly opened up. She began to write and draw more. She even started learning sign language so she could talk with Aaron. Her fear of the dark began to fade, for she now knew someone could be present in silence and still touch her heart without a single word. Silence was no longer frightening, it had become a language of love and understanding.